Okay, good afternoon. We will update you just a little bit of a walk through the garden. We're using chicken wire this year for fencing. We'll see how that holds up. The biggest thing that I'm keeping out is my dogs, so yeah, that'll work. We have 2 of the beds planted. Have rattlesnake beans that probably should have already been planted on this very edge, because I'm just going to trellis them up the chicken wire, because I actually intended for this to be further out, but hey, we'll work with what we got. Have some corn that I know should have already been planted, but hey, you do what you got to do. I think this is mostly corn and beets. I done already forgotten. I didn't take any pictures, so the very last is calendula, and then I put some sunflowers in this bed, and I think that's all corn. I can't remember now for certain. Then we will move on to bed 2. I'm still in a lot of pain, so please forgive me if this seems rushed. I don't mean for it to. We're just doing the best we can with what we got. Another row of beans so that they'll trellis up the rabbit, or not rabbit, this is chicken wire. Hopefully we'll repurpose that next year for chickens. Haha, he hasn't figured that out yet, did I? We have corn, different varieties of corn. Beets, and another row of calendula. I need some marigolds out here. I forgot to get them, but we will do that. We'll take care of that later.
Okay.
But we have to get them. I forgot to bring them. Anyway, we're gonna water. We'll probably mulch some in the evening. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this works like it is before we put some more wood chips on top. But anyway, have a wonderful day. We'll be back in just a little bit with some more. Okay, at this angle you can see the city pickers that have the kale and the onion, and I'm not real sure what else has taken up residence in there. We'll check it out. I'm currently trapped. My gate won't open on the bottom of the steps, so that's why we're doing this way. But as you can see, that's the city picker. I got one that I need to get my lettuce in. I have still some romaine, and then I have some butter crunch that I need to get planted and pull the other stuff upstairs. I'm way behind. I ain't even gonna lie. Between weather and crap, I'm behind. I don't know why there's water. At some point apparently it rained. I'm sorry for I didn't realize I had snot. Anyway, but yeah, the kale made it through the hard frost and the freeze. I'm so happy. The onions made it through, as you can see, even being elevated. So yeah, even doing it from up here, most of the onions did. It looks like there's a couple that might not have made it, or something may have chewed on. Anyway, this one that is next to it, I need to get filled up and get lettuce in, because my days are running short for lettuce. Down below me I have humongous tomato plants because I planted them way too early. Oh well, it is life, you know. I'm gonna go from the top shelf down. Up on the top shelf, as you can see, is the romaine lettuce that I really need to hurry up and get planted back out into a city picker and get it outside. Pardon me, I have sweat and stuff. I don't know what's going on with this potato. I think it has rotted. That's what appears to be happening, so I think we're gonna dump it, because I just changed the water on it yesterday. So apparently it is worm food. I've taken several, as in maybe 6, slips off, and we have them right here waiting for them to get weeds so we can plant them. See the tomatoes, they're doing crazy things because they're trying to get to light. We won't plant them as early. If I need to plant something next year, it'll be something else. I've been letting them kind of dry out because, as you can see, there's like a touch of like a mildew on top of them, and we don't want that. More tomatoes. I was hoping this would come back. This was one of the spinach plants that my wonderful cat ate. This is one of the rhubarb transplants that he didn't get to unearth. So it will be able to go on the ground. I'm going to plant some more because you don't harvest your rhubarb the first year anyway, and I had forgotten about that. And thankfully, when I was calling around local nurseries to get replacement plants, the lady was like, hey, you know, you don't harvest it the first year, so go ahead and start it from seed and save your money. She's like, you know, I'm all about taking your money and helping you out, but you know, you're not going to plant, you know, actually harvest till next year. So I said, thank you very much, and that's where I do business now. King's Garden. One second. Okay.
It was really
Okay, and this was my beautiful spinach that some cat ate. I was hoping that maybe the roots would come back. So far, no good. Oh well. Down here, I did a video. Let me get down here and not be able to get up. I did a video. I actually need to take the humidity dome off of these, but I'm holding off as long as I possibly can because dumb cat will eat them. But there are, well, we'd have to look back at the video, just to be honest with you. I'll have to link it below, I guess. I know there's some beets in here. I just planted some more beets, but I know we did some beet starts, and I believe some carrot starts in here, just to see what would happen, because I've not had good success with carrots so far in containers, and you know, it could be a learning curve. There also could be carrots in this mess. This mess, let me explain to you. I planted one day, I was in a lot of pain, had some time to myself, so I decided to just go ahead and plant some stuff. Thought I could remember, did not remember, here we are. So yeah, we will see what happens. I have to go back through the video, and I have pictures, but I have to go back through and remember what's planted there, and then get it planted out in the big garden. I have to, it'll probably be tomorrow. I start sowing squash. Like I said, I'm behind. Everybody is, I think, in the gardening community, because the weather has just been kind of really crazy. I have some seedlings down here again. I have a video on, I do the videos because I can't remember, and I didn't write them down, so yeah. These I planted extra tomatoes the other day. So far, they're barely germinating. I'm just kind of like, psh. The tomatoes that I planted in the big pot, one of them is still hanging on for dear life. That's this one. The other one, I guess because it's so close to the garbage, it just has given up. So there's a whole lot more that I still want to do, and I'm still going to do. This is going to officially be the first year back in the garden. Hold on, I have to get up, so I have to stop the camera. This is the first year back in the garden. Am I going to make a whole lot of mistakes on this? Pretty much. Is it going to stop me? Absolutely not. Am I struggling to get it done? Yeah. There's a whole lot of just between the weather and between my health and between everything else that's going on that is kind of working against us. the chicken wire that you seen earlier, we decided to, the biggest thing that I'm trying to keep out are like bunnies and things like that, just trying to make it a little harder on them. So we've got some work to do on the underneath of everything, but we'll slowly replace that with a heavier duty fence. Again, you know, we're looking to move to a farm, so I don't want to tie up a whole lot of money in fencing that is not going to be able to travel with me, or that's going to leave humongous holes for the new owner, because I just don't want to do that. Now, I am going to be experimenting. I am experimenting with like my pinto beans and my black beans. I'm going to be doing them in the same containers that I bought that go on my deck rail. I'm just going to experiment and see what happens. Because even though there's 6 beds out there, that seems like it's a lot of garden space. In the grand scheme of things, and when you start sowing seed, making distance for this seed, it really isn't. If we're here next year, we will probably add 6 more beds. If 4 to 6 more beds. We may, in looking at the way I would have had them moved closer together, but that wonderful man that lives with me wanted them 4 feet apart. So, and since everything had to be dressed because he's a soldier, once a soldier, always a soldier. I'm part of the reason why he was a soldier, so I'm not gonna fight with that a whole lot. But anyway, guys, we will either upgrade here or move. And as long as we're here, we'll be doing different things, upgrading, growing different ways. I'm still looking for seed potatoes. I'm still getting the sweet potatoes ready. Some of them will still be done in containers just because it's easier. There's not really, excuse me, but after being outside in Kentucky, it's allergies. There's a big red blaze right there on my face. Allergies. See, I'm red from here to here. Allergies. Thought I had done something disgusting. And I was going to be like, oh, how can I edit that out? Because my editing skills are not that good. We all know that. Anyway, I'm going to try, because instead of having them trellis up, I'm going to let them trellis down. And we're just going to experiment with it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we know it didn't work. I'm not looking for, I have extra seed in the event that it doesn't work. I bought extra seed in the event that it didn't work. Progress, not perfection, is where we're at. But anyway, I also wanted to tell all of you to hold on. We are, the powers that be started talking about opening back up the country, and it seems like everybody has started losing their marbles again. Please stop. I have the same concerns that you do. I have not been out of my house since the 7th of March. I've not been around. I've not been to a store or anything like that. I've not been to church. I've not been anything like that. We're in this together, okay? We got this. Hang on. Don't be so quick to worry about the what ifs. We're going to approach this matter very carefully. You know, we've gone through this very carefully, and I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of people that the status quo of their day didn't change, okay? The status quo of our doctors, our nurses, our essential people. I have 2 essentials in this house. The status quo of their lives didn't change. They still get up and go to work. One gets up and goes to work 6 days a week, the other one 5. What changed is how much they, I have a cousin that's a nurse at the University of Kentucky. She's busting her hump. Just that simple. But that's what she's always done. So, it's an invisible enemy, and I'm not taking away from any of the dangers related to this situation. Please understand that, because I don't intend for that to be what happens. What I'm trying to say is real simple. When we start reopening this country, let's do it carefully. Let's not abandon the basic things that we learned during this time, like washing your hands, like social distancing, like being kind. Let's remember those things. Don't. Prince is fixing to jump up on my sink, and I'm going to have to smack him. I have a water bottle. Quit. Awful cat. Awful cat. I don't know. If I had the choice, my husband says all the time that I talk horrible about him, and I probably do. But if I had the choice to keep him again for all these years, in a heartbeat, I would. He has his own little personality. He drives me absolutely crazy. He's the worst counter surfer that I have, but he's the most precious gift that we've got. We'll tell his story on another video. I was talking about when we start to reopen the country, when people start getting to go back to work, when people start getting to, when we start to get to go to, take our children to playgrounds and things of that nature. That's not something that we really do a whole lot. It's just not, it's not something that's feasible for my family. But we do, we will be going back to the lake, or, to lakes, back to the mountains, back that's here, there, and yonder. Let this not be a time to forget things like your disinfecting wipes. Okay? Let this not be the time that we forget how to take care of each other and take care of things and handle our business and do what needs to be done. Let it not be the time that we go back and forget about our elderly neighbor who may aggravate us to death, or who we may not agree with, or anything like that. Let it not be the time that we forget about the compassion that we're supposed to have. And all of that being said, I'm going to stop this video, and I've got time while Ian is on his iPad. I'm going to wash my hands, probably set something out for dinner, and then we're going to just kind of set the camera back up, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit, because I said I was going to do this, and then I hurt my back and we didn't. But we're going to talk about my story. A lot of people have shared theirs, so I want to share mine because I think that it could help somebody. So without holding you any longer, this video has already gotten longer than I intended because I haven't been able to talk to people. So y'all have a wonderful afternoon. This is the walk through the garden as it is. And like I said, if you've got constructive criticism for me, please leave it. If you've got tips and tricks, please leave it below. Talk to me, tell me. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Be nice about it, but you can tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I can still do as far as gardening. If you just need to be ugly to somebody, don't waste your time, because I'm just going to delete it. I don't need ugly. You don't need ugly. I'm not going to be ugly to you. Life's too short. I love you all. Remember, I'm the mayor's daughter from Remnant Backyard Urban Homestead. Y'all have a wonderful day. See you. Bye.